Today on Thai Caliente, we're going to be making a popular copycat recipe for Taco Bell CrunchWrap Supremes.
Hey guys, I'm Renee Fuentes and welcome back to my channel, Thai Caliente. Today's recipe, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a copycat Taco Bell CrunchWrap Supreme. That's right, we're going to be making this popular fast food dish at home, and I'm going to show you just how easy it is to make. So let's go ahead and get started on this recipe. Alright guys, so our first step is going to be cooking our ground beef in Mexican spices, as well as a little something extra that I like to do is, this is just one Roma tomato that I've just kind of blended up. You can also blend it with some onions and garlic, but it kind of gives the beef mixture kind of a sauciness to it that I like. Alright, so I'm going to add a tablespoon of oil. I've already had this pan heating up. And then this is 1 pound of ground beef that we're going to cook. And put that in there. And then just go ahead and start breaking the beef apart. And then once it's about halfway cooked is when we're going to season it. So the ground beef is about pretty much almost cooked. So a good rule of thumb is to use about a teaspoon of salt per 8 pound of beef, so that way it has some good seasoning. Stir that together. I'm going to add my taco seasoning, which is chili powder, paprika, cumin, garlic powder, and onion powder. And I like to make my own seasonings just because that way I can control the spices and use more or less of what I like. So I definitely encourage you to use your own taco seasoning as opposed to the packet ones. Sometimes there's a lot of preservatives and other stuff in those packets. So get everything incorporated, and then you could definitely just stop at this point and you would have some perfectly seasoned ground beef. But as I mentioned, I like it a little saucier, so this is just a Roma tomato that I blended. And sometimes I blend it with onion and garlic. If I don't have time or don't have any on hand, then it's just the tomato and maybe about a tablespoon of water just to kind of loosen that. So there you go, kind of like gives it some body to the beef mixture. So make sure you taste this to make sure it is to your liking. And then if it needs, oh, I forgot to add a little bit of pepper. A little bit of black pepper. Just gonna turn off the heat. Give it a good stir. And then I just kind of like how that tomato just kind of gets cooked in with the beef and also gives it a little bit of a color too, so twofold. Just gonna try it one more time. That's perfect. All right, so I'm gonna set this aside, and then we are going to chop up some iceberg lettuce, some Roma tomatoes, and then get everything ready to make our CrunchWrap Supreme. We're gonna go ahead and start chopping up our lettuce. I don't think I've ever mentioned this, but if you don't want your cutting board to slide around, put a wet paper towel on the bottom, and then now it's secured. So I'm just using iceberg lettuce, but feel free to use romaine or any other lettuce that you choose. And I'm just gonna do little ribbons so that way it's nice and thin. And then when you're scooping up, use the back side of the knife against the cutting board so that way you don't dull your blade out. And I like to watch Food Network a lot, so most of these tips I get are from Food Network. So now I just have some Roma tomato that I'm going to chop up. All right, so I'm also going to add some avocado to our CrunchWrap Supreme. Moment of truth, is it a good avocado? And it's perfect. That hardly happens, especially when I'm filming. So I'm just gonna do thin slices. You can either peel the avocado or slice it directly in here. But since I'm not using nacho cheese sauce, which is typically used from, you know, the fast food restaurant, this is gonna be another form of glue. So then I'm just gonna take my spoon and just kind of scoop the avocado out. Okay, and then you can just kind of break your slices apart. And the best way to store an avocado is if you have the part with the seed, just wrap it in saran wrap tightly, and you can keep it in the fridge, you know, either a couple hours later or even the next day. Okay, so let's get all of our ingredients ready. So I recommend using the burrito size tortillas. I just got the large flour tortillas. And then you're going to need tostadas, so some tostadas. And then we have our ground beef, shredded lettuce. I also did some sliced jalapenos. And let's build our CrunchWrap Supreme.
Go ahead and get your large flour tortilla and put a layer of refried beans. I have this tostada off to the side so that way I can kind of see how big I need my layer to be. And then I'm going to put the ground beef mixture that we made and a little bit of hot sauce if you like for some spice. Then we're going to go ahead and put some shredded Mexican cheese. If you want to do like a cheese sauce, you could also do that as well. Then place the crispy tostada and a layer of sour cream or plain Greek yogurt like I did. And now we're going to top it with our shredded lettuce, chopped tomatoes, and then I wanted a little bit of kind of a glue to hold everything together. So I smashed up the avocado that I sliced and just kind of made a guacamole and just placing it a little bit in the middle, and that's gonna help hold the tortilla together. I made a second one without the guacamole and it still held pretty good, so the avocado is definitely optional. And just keep folding it up until all the ends meet, and make sure you get a nice tight seam to it basically. And then carefully place it in a hot skillet with a little bit of oil, and we're going to cook it for about 3 minutes on each side. Look at that beautiful golden color. So just let it hang out there and then remove it from the pan, and we're gonna go ahead and slice this baby in half. Now we get to go ahead and see all those beautiful layers that we created in this CrunchWrap Supreme.
Making these CrunchWrap Supremes, now it's time for the ultimate taste test. So Austin, go ahead and hold it 2 hands, take a bite, let me know what you think. How is it? Good. It's good. All right, you guys, there you have it. So try my CopyCat Taco Bell CrunchWrap Supremes tonight, and your kids will love it too. Say bye. Bye.
If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And if you have any comments or questions, then go ahead and leave them in the comment section below, and I will talk to you guys later.